Lovely starshine lights my way to bed. Magic rainbows glisten in my head. Just like a child I live in wonderland.
Hi and welcome to Handmade by Ditsy Tulip. I'm Mel and thanks for stopping by. In today's video I'm going to share the progress on the Closet Case Patterns Jasika blazer. So hopefully you've seen part 1 and part 2. If not, I'll link to them in the video notes below. So what I'm doing is I'm making my first try of the Jasika blazer, which is a not necessarily difficult but a very in-depth make. So what I thought that I would do, I'm not doing a sew along but I'm doing a sewing diary, so I'm going to share any things that I find difficult, any bits of the instructions that don't make sense, any key learns and things like that as I go. So yeah, if you're interested in that, then do watch on. So last time I caught up with you, I was waiting for the horsehair, is it called horsehair? I think it is, the horsehair interlining to arrive, which it now has. So that's basically it. That's the only place that this gets inserted, but I think it's needed to add the right level of structure in the blazer. So what you do is you just stitch it across there and the armhole. You don't stitch it in place there. You're supposed to cut it with pinking shears, but I couldn't find mine, so I just cut little triangles. I was a little bit worried as to whether I'm going to see that through with it being linen. Obviously linen's a little bit sheer, but I think once it's lined and once it's held up against the body, I don't think you can see it through. So this I managed to source from a lovely lady called Maggie on eBay. It's really super quality. So this is it. And it was a lot cheaper than what it is in other places. I think it was £5 per metre, and I think this is the type of stuff that retails at about £17 per metre. So I will add a link in to the video notes. This was actually recommended by somebody who watched one of the previous videos as well, but I'd already placed the order. I'd stumbled across her when I was searching for this online. She's a really pleasant lady as well. So yeah, definitely good to support her with purchases. So I did get quite a bit of this. I thought whilst I was buying it, and it's so a good quality one that's cheap, I thought I'd get quite a bit in because it's supposed to be really good for handbags and things like that. So that is the horsehair interlining. Okay, so the next step that I've done then on this is the welt pockets, and blimey, welt pockets are my new nemesis. I didn't get on very well with these at all. You may recall on the breast welt pocket I forgot to interface that piece there, so I had to stitch it closed, so I did make a mistake on that, and I made mistakes on these as well. So yeah, I'm pleased that I'm doing this sewing diary so that I can remind myself. I've rectified it, I think. Still not super pleased with it, but it's certainly rectified enough that I'll wear the blazer. What I actually did is recorded a little bit of video in the sewing room, so the quality won't be good because I get really rubbish lighting in there, just to show you whatever I made. So let me just flick over and I'll show you that. So just to show you the pocket as it went wrong, so you can see there are the little holes. So I'd clearly snipped too far into the fabric, which resulted in it being a little bit of a mess. So let me just show you these a little bit more up close and what I did to rectify those horrible holes that you've just seen in that previous video. So what I did, hopefully you can see that there, is I just added some little tabs at the side of the pocket, just to show you these little tabs before I stitch them in place. So it's literally a little tab that I've pressed. And then that just covered up the holes that I made. So the mistake that I made, I think, is when you slice in to the welt pocket, I sliced too far up. I sliced to the halfway point, whereas I should have just sliced to the 1/4 inch point where the stitch line was. So I think that's what I did wrong, because when I did the second one, it wasn't as bad. So yeah, I've added these little tabs tabs which have covered up that hole. So then that one doesn't look too bad now. This one, again, I've had to add the tabs, and the tab, I'm not overly pleased with how I've done the tabs either. I think I really must have been on an off day when I was doing this, but this pocket still isn't perfect either, because if you can see on this one, it sits nice and evenly, whereas on this one, one of the pockets drags over the other. So I've obviously done something wrong there as well, where I've stitched it, secured it in the wrong place when I've manipulated the welt to the inside. So all in all, in this one, not got on too well really. I was really frustrated as well. I don't like it when things don't go right, but what I've thought to myself is it's all about learning, and this will still be wearable. I'll make sure it's wearable, and yeah, I'll notice those little tabs, and I've not even sewn them on that straight either. I think I was just that fed up. You just kind of make a bit of a mess of it, but hey ho. So yeah, I think it will definitely still end up wearable, but I just wanted to share what I have found difficult. And the issue really is I've not done many welt pockets, and every time I've done welt pockets I've had some issues. So I think what I'm going to do is do some practicing on welt pockets, but not in a garment, just use scrap bits of fabric and just practice stitching the pockets together and really practice that construction. Zips used to be my nemesis, and that's what I ended up doing with zips, and I have no problem with them at all now. So I think you really have got to just keep practicing, and hopefully then I will get it right. So that's it, that's all I've done in this stage, is added in the horsehair canvas to give that stability on the shoulder, and then I have done the welt pockets. So I will keep you posted very soon with the next instalment. Do let me know in the comments below if you've got any tips for sewing. How many times am I going to say welt pocket in this video? But I guess that's the main point I'm making. So yeah, if you do have any tips on how to sew welt pockets easily, or if there's any videos that you've watched which were really helpful, then please leave links to them in the comments so that I can check them out, and anybody else can check them out who's thinking of giving this blazer a go as well. So that's it, have a wonderful week, and I will see you very soon. Bye!
All my dreams are coming, all my dreams are humming, all my dreams are